In this video, we will demonstrate how to acquire and process FTIR spectra using the Bruker Alpha FTIR system and Opus software. Locate and open the Opus software on the computer desktop. You will be prompted to log in by selecting a user ID and inputting a password. This information will be provided to you by a staff member or teaching assistant. Once you log in, the instrument will complete a performance test. Whenever the instrument is completing a task, a green status bar will be displayed at the bottom of the screen. You must wait for this test to finish before you proceed with sample analysis. It is best practice to begin your analysis by measuring a blank. With the anvil in the upright position, gently clean the ATR crystal using the alcohol and Kim wipes provided. Dispose of the soiled Kim wipes in the appropriate waste container. In Opus, select the measure icon located in the top left of the screen, followed by the Start Background Measurement button. Once the background measurement has been completed, you may begin to analyze your samples. When analyzing liquids, add 1 to 2 drops of sample to the ATR crystal. It is not necessary to lower the anvil when analyzing liquid samples. Any remaining liquid should be disposed of in the appropriate waste container. When analyzing solids, you will usually obtain the best results if your sample is a fine powder. Use a spatula to place a small amount of your solid onto the ATR crystal. Any remaining solid should be disposed of into the appropriate waste container. Lower the anvil and use the adjustment knob to obtain maximum contact with your sample. Return to the measurement window in Opus and input your sample name. For this demonstration, we are using 95% ethanol. Ensure you do not use any special characters when naming your samples. Select the Start Sample Measurement button to begin the measurement. When the measurement is complete, a new entry will appear in the Opus browser and the spectrum will be displayed. You can manipulate and evaluate your spectrum directly in Opus. Select the file you want to work with in the Opus browser. Many features are available, including baseline correction, smoothing, and peak picking. When using the interactive peak picking feature, you must first right-click on the spectrum and then left-click and drag the cursor to the desired threshold. Select Store to save your work. To complete manual peak picking, right-click on the spectrum and select Single Peak Pick. Label peaks by left-clicking just above the band of interest. To zoom in on an area of interest, right-click on the spectrum and select Zoom, followed by Zoom In. Left-click on the spectrum and drag a box around the area you wish to zoom in on. Left-click again to complete the action. To have the cursor follow the data, right-click on the screen and select Crosshair, followed by Follow Data. If you wish to print the zoomed-in spectrum, select the Quick Print button. To return to the full spectrum view, right-click on the screen and select Scale All Spectra, followed by Show Everything. To print this view, select the Quick Print button. This function will always print the spectrum as it is displayed on screen. To save your spectrum, select your sample in the Opus browser and select File, followed by Save File As. Under the Select file, ensure the correct file you wish to save is highlighted. Name your file and note the path where the file will be stored so that you can find it later. To choose the type of file to save, select the Mode tab. Most often, files will be saved in the Opus format or as a data point table. Data point tables can be imported into Excel to work with later. When you are finished, click Save. Select the Unload button to remove your spectrum and prepare the instrument for the next user. Wipe down the ATR crystal and anvil ensuring there is no residue remaining on the instrument. Before you leave, make sure to clean up the area so that it is ready for the next user.